Our very first ever record. In England, I think. I don't know if it was the first record in Australia, but in England it was our first record. This one's our favourite, called I'm Into Something Good. Woke up this morning feeling fine. 'Cause there's something special on my mind. Last night I met a new girl in the neighborhood. Oh yeah. Something tells me I'm into something good.
Hi everyone, it's Plastic EP from Melbourne, Australia. Let me tell you, I got a very special guest, original drummer of the Hermans Hermits. The world loves him, Barry Whitwam. How are you today, Barry?
I'm fine. I'm trying to get home. I'm in Oslo Airport at the moment.
You've toured all over the world. How many times have you come to Australia?
I think it's about 40 times now we've toured. Yeah, not bad.
Now, I've got to tell you, you're coming in March because you're playing a few dates and you'll be playing at the Crown Casino, March the 14th. And I went last year and it was a sold out show. And I believe most of the tickets are sold out. And I want everyone to buy tickets to your shows. I think you're playing in New South Wales and you're also playing in Melbourne Casino. Is that right, Barry?
That's right. Yeah, we're looking forward to it. We had a great time last time we were there. And also we've got Twin Towns. That's one of our favourites as well.
Now, I've got to tell you, your drum solo between sets, one of the most amazing things I've ever seen in my life. And I've got to tell you, it's so much value for money, your shows, that, you know, Hermans Hermits is coming up to 60 years. And it's just, I don't know, but it's just a buzz for everyone to hear the songs played, to sing along, to have a great time. And I mean, isn't that the best thing in the world?
It is, yeah. I really enjoy. I think that's what keeps me young. I'm 77, but I only feel 99. No, only kidding.
And I know you're touring all over the world, which is even more amazing. But what I want to say this to you, Barry, I feel that the Hermans Hermits were as big as the Beatles, and I'll tell you why. In the USA, there was no one like you guys with all the movies and all the records you had out from 1964, 65, 66. And I'll be honest with you, I think when they did the Monkees, because you guys are before the Monkees, I think they based the Monkees more on Hermans Hermits than they did the Beatles. I'll tell you why, because you guys were more commercial and you guys weren't doing a TV show. You guys were doing movies and concerts. And that was before the Monkees. And plus, you guys were from Manchester, where Davy Jones was from too.
That's right. Davy was from Manchester, yeah. I tell you what, well, the Monkees, I think they knocked us off the top position. I really watched their series, their shows. It was great. It was good fun, and that's what Hermans Hermits were all about: having fun. We captured a younger audience than the Beatles and the Rolling Stones, and in fact, as you mentioned before, in 1965 to 66, we sold more records than the Beatles, the Stones, in fact, than anybody else, including Elvis in that year.
I know.
Great. Really proud of that.
You guys are so commercial, it's unbelievable. And I just bought the new, I think it's 3 CD anthology of the Hermans Hermits. It's one of the most fantastic CDs you can own. You've seen that one?
I've seen it, yeah. I really appreciate that. You saying that. That's great.
No, it is, because you know why? Being a baby boomer, I grew up with the Hermans Hermits, and my scene was 1967. I was about 9 years old when the Monkees came on TV. But I'll tell you what, before the Monkees, the Hermans Hermits were number one. They were as commercial as the Monkees. I'm dead set serious. And I heard the story that you guys played the Ed Sullivan Show. You stayed at a motel with the Rolling Stones, and there was 100,000 girls singing Henry VIII, and the Rolling Stones couldn't get over it. That's true?
Yeah, it was it was called the Squires Hotel on 7th Avenue. And we just looked out over the balcony. Within 5 minutes, we blocked the 7th Avenue, New York. But all the fans singing, I'm in the 8th, Mrs. Brown. The police came up to our room and told us to get away from the windows.
Tell me, Barry, the fame that it was when you guys hit the heights in the USA, because it was only you and the Beatles that were actually that high in fame for America. I mean, how does that feel coming from Manchester? That must have been the biggest feeling in the world, where you're selling so many records and you got movies out and you're meeting all the celebrities in the US. That must have been one of the golden times of your whole life. Is that true?
It was up. That's true. It's absolutely fantastic. As you said, we toured America. We made 3 films. The first one was, I think, probably the Monkees got their idea. It was called Hold On, about a spaceship, and the government wanted to call it. Wanted the teenagers to name it, and the teenage named it Hermans Hermits. So we had the FBI following us around in the film to check out if we were worthy enough and clean enough to have our name on a spaceship.
That's an amazing story, and I've got to tell you, I thank you so much for signing my Hold On DVD. That takes pride and place here at my home. I want you to know that, Barry.
That's great. Thank you. Love it.
Hold on with all my might. A love like hers is very hard to find. Hold on, hold on.
Hold on. Wait for Hermans Hermits. They're in orbit, the first Astro Swingers.
I'm leaning on the lamppost at the corner of the street in case a certain little lady comes by. She's a must to avoid, a complete impossibility.
Girls, girls, millions of girls. But there's nothing like having just one for your own.
Make me happy.
Now, this is final. I'm keeping you away from girls, and girls away from you. Nobody leaves this hotel unless I say so.
Their manager don't dig this love stuff. But wait. Hold on. Here comes Herman the White Knight.
Got a feeling I'm falling. Got a feeling I'm too far gone now.
Herman's Hermits give out with the bikini beat. It's mad, it's frantic, and the screamers still pursue them. From Cape Kennedy to the Rose Bowl.
And you don't say thanks for those new pretty clothes and all the things I do for you, baby. I would hold on with all my might. A love like hers is very hard to find. Hold on.
Now, the movie Mrs. Brown, you got a lovely daughter. How great was that too?
That's right. Well, it was all about a greyhound dog. We were racing it to make money to buy musical instruments. And it was a fun film. They made it in Shepperton in London, 1960, was the 7, I think. It was great fun. It's all good fun, apart from getting up at 6 o'clock in the morning after partying to get down to the makeup.
Mrs. Brown, you've got a lovely daughter. Tell her that I'm well and feeling fine.
5 lads buy a dog called Mrs. Brown and find they got more than they bargained for.
Hey, she took that turn like a real champion.
They dream up a scheme to raise entrance fees while they put in a plug here and there for group loyalty.
Well, there's just 5 of us, and Mrs. Brown, but she won't be around.
Mrs. Brown, look, I don't want anything like that. I run a nice clean house. Bloody foreigners.
Herman's Hermits come from nowhere to make a conquest of London. Landmarks and all.
It's a regular orgy, isn't it? I'm in love.
At your age.
There's a kind of hush all over the world. Tonight, all over the world, you can hear the sounds of lovers in love.
Mrs. Brown, you've got a lovely daughter. Bubbles with a fresh, exuberant feeling.
You know, you got Ringo Starr on one side, but then you got Barry Whitwam right on the other side. And when the Hermans Hermits just did their songs, there was nothing like it. It wasn't the Beatles, because you guys had the really British music hall sound. The titles of the songs and the stories of the songs were worldwide themes. Like, there's a kind of hush all over the world. That's not a song. That's a signature song that only you guys could sing and make it worldwide. I mean, Mrs. Brown, you got a lovely daughter. There's nothing that sounds like it. I mean, these are so unique songs to only your band.
You're right, absolutely. That leaning on the lamppost.
Yeah.
Eh? It took 5 minutes to make and sold over millions of records, and it only cost about $20 to make. It's all good. And Henry VIII, there's another one, 5-minute wonder in the studio. But great, it's our signature tune, and kind of Hush. You're right. Frank Sinatra tried to record it, and the Carpenters, they tried to record it, but you can tell it's ours.
I got to say, the love of you guys as a band is unbelievable. And as I said, the Hermits Hermits live on forever. And you're part of pop culture history, and your music and your legacy will live on forever because they're the golden times, the most happiest times with teenagers and everything. There's nothing like it. And people are watching these pop culture films today, and they're getting a buzz out of it. And you're getting more famous today than you were then because there's such a wide audience out there of new generations of Hermits Hermits fans.
That's right. We've got a new, almost a new band apart from me. We've got Jamie Thurston, bass player, singer. He's very talented. We've got John Summerton on lead guitar and lead vocals, and Tony Tony Young on keyboards. The three lead singers in their own right. And it'll be the first time this lineup's got to Australia, and it's the best lineup we've ever had. I'm very proud of the boys.
Well, I want everyone to go out there and buy their tickets. They can go to Crown. They can go and just type in Hermits Hermits Tour, and it's all there. The promotion company there, they're selling tickets. And as I said, everything's nearly sold out. There's still time to buy tickets. And I saw the show last year at the Palm in the Crowns, and I'm telling you, one of the most entertaining shows of the whole year. The whole place was sold out, and everyone was singing along to every single song. I mean, how great does it get in 2023 last year, and it's even going to be bigger in 2024?
I'm looking forward to it. We all are. The boys haven't been to Australia before. As I said before, I've been here, went to Australia 40 years. So they're looking to me like the mother hen for advice. It's going to be great. We're going to love all the shows we're going to be doing.
How great was it when you filmed in 1966, the Hilton show, the Hermits Hermits, and you were here in Melbourne in 1966? Tell me about that experience.
Well, it was all live. It was fantastic. Yeah, as you can see, there's microphones on the instruments, and we just did the show, and the kids were throwing that confetti and streamers on. In fact, I think Carl Green fell over in the end. He got wrapped around his feet. But I enjoy that video. Still going to watch it today.
It's actually amazing. And I don't know if they threw streamers in any other country, but here in Australia, it was normal to throw paper streamers at the performers until there was so much paper around them they couldn't play their instruments. That's true, isn't it?
That's very true, yeah. Yeah. I mean, Carl Green nearly fell off the stage because he couldn't walk properly. It was all around his feet.
Hermans Hermits Hilton Show. And here they are, Hermans Hermits.
Baby, baby, can't you hear my heartbeat? Walking down the highway. Baby, baby, can't you hear my heartbeat? When you ask me to meet your mark, I knew that baby we'd be going far. Can't you hear the pounding of my heartbeat? You're the one I love. You're the one I love. When I feel you put your arms around me, baby, baby, can't you hear my heartbeat? I'm glad I found you, baby, baby, can't you hear my heartbeat? When you ask me to eat your mind, I know that baby we'd be going far. Can't you hear the pounding of my heartbeat? You're the one I love. You're the one I love. Hey!
What did you think of Melbourne in 1966?
It was very, very nice. I still love Melbourne. And I go down to the big railway station. There's a pub across the road, and I have a couple of pints in there if I can. It's great. I love it, Melbourne. It's a fantastic place.
That's Flinders Street Station that you're talking about, and then it's got that pub across the road there that's got the famous portrait.
It's a great place. Love it.
I
Looking
know.
forward to being there again.
You know what? We baptise you as an Australian because you've been here so many times, you know, and the UK is the mother country. And I've got to tell you, when I went to state school at Auburn South State School, every Monday we used to sing God Save the Queen. We had the letter boxes same as the UK, and we had the telephone boxes the same as the UK. I was brought up at that time when we were so associated with the UK that it was just an amazing period, the 60s, being a baby boomer.
I know it was a fantastic decade, and 60 years on, still here, still banging them drums. And that drum solo, I really love it myself because each night is slightly different, so I've never heard it before. So it's good. We're enjoying it.
Now, when the Hermits Hermits started, I think it was 1963. What was your first drum kit with the Hermits Hermits?
I went into a shop in Manchester and I bought a set of drums, but they were all different drums. There was a President bass drum, Olympic tom-tom, something else. And they're all sort of a funny shade of white, but I sprayed them all white. So it was a mishmash. Then the next one I got was a Trixon, a German drum kit. Then I got one just like the Beatles, Ringo Starr, the Black Pearl.
A Ludwig.
Yeah, good set of drums. The Ludwig one was great because it looked like Ringo Starr's. It was actually the same colour as his kit. And I don't know what I'm using now, a Yamaha, I think. All good though. But every time we're on the road, I get a different drum kit nearly every night, so I have to tune them up again. But that's okay.
Now, Barry, I've got to ask you about Beatlemania. When I mean Beatlemania, I want to talk about Hermans Hermits Mania in the States. What year do you think that it was the biggest year for you in the States?
I think it was between 1965 and 1966, as we said before. We sold more records than anybody else in the world that particular year. And we had Hermania instead of Beatlemania. And it was fantastic having the kids running after you, trying to get the piece of your hair. Sometimes they actually managed it. It was pretty frightening though when you got kids running behind you with scissors in their hand, coming straight for you.
My favourite Hermits Hermits song. Everyone's into I'm into something good. That's fair enough. But No Milk Today, to me, that was my favourite Hermits Hermits song. And I never stopped singing it since you put it out.
That was a big record. I'm into something good. That was our first record. And as you said, No Milk Today, that was enormous right through Europe. And we played every night and people sing along. It's lovely.
No milk today, my love has gone away. The bottle stands forlorn, a symbol of the dawn. No milk today, it seems a common sight, but people passing by don't know the reason why. How could they know just what this message means? The end of my hopes, the end of all my dreams. How could they know a palace there had been behind the door where my love reigned as queen? No milk today, it wasn't always so. The company was gay, return I am today. But all that's left is a place dark and lonely. A terraced house in a mean street back of town becomes a shrine when I think of you only. Just too up, too down. No milk today, it wasn't always so. The company was gay, return I am today. As music played, the faster did we dance. We felt it both at once, the start of our romance. How could they know just what this message means? The end of my hopes, the end of all my dreams. How could they know a palace there had been behind the door where my love reigned as queen?
Can you tell me your three favourite Hermit songs of all time, from 1 to 3?
I'm into something good. No Milk Today, and There's a Kind of Hush.
Unbelievable songs, and as I said, all signature tunes of Hermits Hermits. And I believe you used to go into the studios, have a laugh, have a good time, and just lay the track down with Mickey Most, and it was just a giant hit straight away. That's true, isn't it?
That's true, very true. We were in and out of the studio in a day and recorded albums in a day, one album. It was fantastic. I'm into something good was recorded in 2 hours, the B-side and A-side. We drove down overnight from London, from Manchester to We're in the studio at 10 o'clock in the morning with no sleep, recorded it, and we're back on the road by 1 o'clock going home.
If you're going to be remembered, right, for the Hermits, what do you want people to remember?
What the good times they had in the 60s, listening to our music. It was a great year, great decade.
I tell you, man, every day you wake up, you don't know how much happiness you give the world from being a hermit. It's just unbelievable, isn't it? And I believe Peter knew the name Hermits. You used to call him Sherman, wasn't it, from Bullwinkle, and he ended up being Herman.
That's right, yeah. We mistook the name for, Sherman. We thought it was Herman. Yeah, daft, isn't it? Oh, daft, funny world.
I know, but you guys lived it. And I tell you what, it didn't have to be the Beatles world. It was the Hermits world for you guys. And as I said to you, I think you guys were more, in my mind, more commercial, more zany, more like the Monkees before the Monkees. That's the most amazing thing.
Yeah, very proud to be, being part of this thing for 60 years. And we're still, as we know, I'm speaking now from Oslo Airport. We've just had 2 fantastic concerts over here. Next week, or next Saturday, we're in the Isle of Wight. And on Tuesday morning, we fly out on Qantas. No, not Qantas. It's
Qantas.
Anyway, it's an airline. We're going from Gatwick to Sydney.
Isn't it amazing the period of time how quick it's gone? The 60 years and your mark on music. Just like your own unique music. No one can beat it or touch what you've done.
I'm very, very proud of that. Sometimes you see tribute bands trying to play Hermans Hermits songs, and there's nothing like the originals.
So I want everyone to go, as I said, go on the net, buy tickets for your shows here in Australia, because it's nearly sold out now and they still got time to get a few more tickets. And you don't know what the Hermits experience is until you go and see it live. And as I said, last year I saw it was sold out and it just blew my mind away. And I've never seen such a happy concert and happy concert goers that had such a great time. They didn't want to leave.
I know, we're going to have a great time. I'm going to have to leave you now, but you just call my plane.
All right.
It's been great
I've got to
talking
thank
with
you, Barry. All the best.
Same to you. Cheers, mate.
See ya.